I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hi, y'all. It's Amir Yassai again, your #1 Yachty fan. I'm here with my lovely Yachty, Nate. Take it away. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Nate Harris here, ready to talk about all the little drama that's brewing on this Below the Deck.
Things are coming above deck, Nate. Things are getting real. So we have a lot to get into, so we're going to jump right in. We have Adam and Jenna. He's kind of jilted her, and she is feeling all her feels. She is thirstier than Nate right now, drinking that water. She is killing it. And then we have Paget, Ciara, and Parker and their trio of drama, a menage a trois I do not want to be a part of. And we also have the new guest and the beach party, which is getting very intense and very rocky, pun intended. We have news, we have a special segment with crazy guest requests, and our lovely predictions. And we even got a little promo for the upcoming episode. So I'm very excited. Nate, what are your overall thoughts?
It was a great episode. I feel like it was very, very packed in the beginning, where there was a lot of excitement and drama and moving parts, and like trying to figure out what was going on between the whole dynamic with Paget, Ciara, and Parker. Obviously, the show started off with Adam and Jenna. And then we had kind of more of exciting guests. You know, we kind of haven't had that many exciting guests, except the one time I wasn't there when the guy was picking up Madison. But so I'm excited to see a little bit more of these guests, but we didn't see much of them. But clearly they love taking pictures and they look kind of good. So I'm not complaining.
They were looking good and they weren't eating. But let's start off with Jenna and Adam, because obviously, you know, he jilted her and said, I don't want to sleep with you. But I think he was trying to be a good guy. Like, I don't know. I feel like she took it the wrong way. Like, are you kind of team Adam or team Jenna? Like, how are you feeling about all that?
I'm 100% team Adam. And I'm not on Adam's side as in I think he's right in the situation. I just kind of understand him in the situation. Adam doesn't want to hurt Jenna. Like I predicted earlier, he was going to hurt Jenna. I don't think that that's truly what he wants to do. And I really have that phrase, like, nice guys finish last. I don't think that Adam is the perfect nice guy, but I truly believe that he doesn't want to sleep with her like she wants to sleep with him so bad, simply because he kind of want to protect her heart. He would love to, you know, right now, but it's just like, I don't know where this is going to lead to. And like he said, when it kind of gets to that serious, things are getting serious and it's like past the playful time, that's when he kind of closes up and shuts down. Like, okay, this is really serious. People's feelings are involved. So like, he just wants to back up. And that kind of being nice and kind of leading her like, oh, this is such a good guy. She's viewing him that way. But then it kind of all stops on the dime. And so like, I kind of get the dynamic where Jenna's hurt, but Adam is trying to really be a nice guy, but he just doesn't know how to understand his emotions and his feelings.
I think he just gets triggered and keeps walking out on her. And I think their conversation didn't need to happen 3 times during the night. Like, she was already crying. You don't have to confront her again on the bow and then do it again. Like, you just have to let it go. But I was impressed that Jenna was so professional in their, you know, tip meeting, like when they had the tip sheet meeting, and they were like so professional. And so she's like pretty good at, like, you know, the fans have thrown her a lot of shade, but I think at the end of the day, she is a professional. So I was quite impressed with the way she handled it. And I thought it was great. And I love that Madison was like, listen, we know you want to suck Adam's dick, but like, you need to be professional. So we love Madison for the humor. So it was great.
Yes, Madison always brings the humor. I think she was professional. She was crying, but like even how Adam went back to her, I like how he did confront her after the fact. After a couple of days went by, it clearly was awkward in there. He confronted her. He kind of brought her back in, but then he kind of gave her a whole different dynamic again. And that's why I understand where Jen is so confused. It's like, you're being cute with me. You're saying nice things to me. You're saying things where you're not trying to be a player. So yeah, my feelings are gonna get attached to you. But then you break up with me, you kind of stop everything. You say like, this is ridiculous, and then I'm overreacting about everything. And then a couple of days later, you're coming to me telling me that you just don't want the first time for us to have sex on the boat, and that like you want something more serious with me. That's kind of like, it's misleading, and I understand that. But I just understand why Adam is doing it. I don't think that he's just trying to play games. I think it's part of it is he truly feels this way. And when he's showing those emotions, like he's truly feeling those emotions. But then when it kind of is like, all right, well, let's get serious. It's like, oh, whoa, hold on. I wasn't ready for all that. So
right.
I understand where Jenna's confused. I completely understand, and I do feel bad for her, even though I was so annoyed with Jenna. But
I know we felt for her, but I think that Adam, like, the problem with Adam is a lot of times men do this where they like act like they're your boyfriend and he's hugging her from the back, he's treating her well, he's saving her food, and then he's like, oh wait, you thought I was your boyfriend? Nope. And I'm gonna try to be a good guy. But in the past, like on past seasons, he slept with people on the boat, and I get it. It didn't work out well for them, like for those relationships in the past. But again, like it's been about, we're on episode 8, so it's been 8 episodes of you leading her on. Like, what do you think's gonna happen? So I was just it was a little odd, but you know, we're all here to hear your comments. We want to know what you guys think. Are you guys, it's quarantine time. Like, I get it, but we are here and we want to hear comments. We want you to go to Apple Podcasts, give us 5 stars. What do you think about all this dynamic? Because now Parker is tattletelling on Ciara to Paget, and then Paget's getting frustrated with her and Parker, and there's just such messy dynamics happening. Like, what are your thoughts, Nate? Like,
I'm so Team Parker, and the way he's acting and his energy that he's putting out is so toxic. But I think it's kind of like how I believe the way that you treat a woman is how she's gonna act. So if a woman is crazy, it's probably directly correlated to how you're treating her. That's how they've been treating this way. You know, they've been telling him certain things, do this, do that, do this, do that. And he's been doing them. Yes, he kind of brings up his last words and he has little comments here and there, but I just think that they were kind of just to clear things up. But now he's kind of dishing it back off. Like, I think it all started back when Adam told him to make up his bed and it was like, is this that serious? Like, no one's going in my room. And so they kind of use that as like, well, it's common courtesy. Like, it's kind of rude and disrespectful when you have a roommate. And so he's using that same energy everywhere else on the boat. And then when he uses that energy to them, they can't take it. They're just like, no, like, Parker's this and he's extra and he's this. He's just like, you guys were too. I understand the dynamic of it where it's like, you know, they're higher than you, but we're all human beings. So, and a lot of the things that they're getting mad at Parker at, I feel like they're not really work things anymore. At the beginning of the season, they were work things. Now they're kind of other things, you know, that don't really produce work that's being done.
Absolutely. And it's very childish too. Like, I felt like some of the stuff, okay, make your bed was a bit childish, but then they were like talking about his work ethic and, you know, him going back to the captain and some stuff that he done in the past. But now it was like, Ciara was like, oh yeah, you want to be like, I'm not going to do what you say. And I'm not. And then it was just like, there were like 2 children in the playground yelling at each other over saying the F word at dinner. I was like, what are you guys even fighting about? Like, I lost track of it. So I just think it's so unprofessional, but I think that the who's at fault is Paget, because if he sets up this kind of alpha male, I'm in charge, I'm your boss, they are not going to be able to bicker.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like he's going to set the law and they're going to kind of follow suit. And I love what you said about like a woman acts crazy if like the guy treats her a certain way. I think that Paget is bickering with Ciara, frustrating her, and then she's taking that frustration to Parker, and then he's frustrated with Ciara, taking it back to Paget. And it's like there's such a issue with communication on this boat, and it's no better observed than in this threesome. So many issues, and then obviously you add Georgia onto it, which we saw in the preview. Like, she's now like, oh, are we a threesome, and like making jokes. So there's just too many dynamics at play. So what do you think the solution is? Like, what do you think?
Well, before we get to the solution, I do want to also say that I didn't like how Captain Glenn, and I don't think it was his fault, but I don't like how he called them 2 in and then Parker alone. Because it gave the opportunity for them to team up on Parker and to make Parker look so much more worse. The way that Parker talks to Ciara is no different than the way that Patrick was talking to Ciara at the start of all, you know? So I was like, that's kind of not fair, you know, and it's kind of putting Parker in a bad light. So I didn't like how they did that. I don't think that they were trying to, but like when they're in that meeting, Patrick isn't going to say Ciara is terrible at this, and Ciara's going to say things about, you know, Paget. So I didn't think that was fair. Solution, I don't know the solution. I think the solution is what we're probably going to see soon. Someone's going to resonate. Someone is going to leave. Someone's going to deal with this because, again, like you're saying, there's too many different emotions. You nailed on the head. Paget is putting all this stress on Ciara, and then Ciara's taking it to Parker. Parker was just like, okay, listen, I will listen to you, but you're not. Parker's just like, I'm not dealing with you in these emotions, and you're not listening to me. This makes way more sense. Like, I understand the hierarchy, but it's just like you're purposely being rude and like wanting to be that leader where it's just not that serious to me.
Absolutely. No, you're right, Nate. And I think what's interesting is Ciara then turned around and said, you need to change and you need to adapt. And then it's like, and then he's like, well, why don't you adapt to what I was asking for? So I think there's this kind of double standard. And you're right, because when Captain Glenn, again, miscommunication, bringing them in together, they're not going to tattletale on each other. They're going to go, Parker's the crazy one. Mm-hmm. And then when he has a tantrum, obviously Captain Glenn's going to go, yeah, he's crazy. Like, he's not great. So it's just like, and then on top of that, you have all this drama. Then you add new guests. So these guests are saying they want to see food, but they don't want to eat it. They have all these requests. And I think sometimes these people know they're on TV, so they start saying ridiculous things to kind of be part of the promo. Like, I think people are smart and keen to what Bravo is selling. Yeah. So I think that, like, what are your opinions about these new guests and kind of all of their odd requests?
I love all the extraness. When you go on vacation, be extra, take all the pictures, request all the things. The service needs to be perfect. I get it. I understand we're looking at it from the lens of the crew members. So it's like, oh, be nice to them and make sure everything is perfect. But I love all the extraness. I love when they say, hey, make me this. I'm not going to eat it. Do this for me. I'm not even going to touch it. I love all that stuff. So far, I love the guests from what I've seen. I love the fact that they all look beautiful and blonde. They all can't wait to this next episode. We see some little nude and whipped cream coming on. So I mean, you see that? Oh, you're gonna see it. Yeah. So I'm excited for all that. So I'm excited. And then, but the husband though, I don't think that I would ever. Actually, I don't know. I don't want to be an Instagram husband. I don't want to take pictures with my wife and just all. I'm not doing it. Sorry, baby. I'm not doing the pictures for you.
Nope. I listen, Nate, I had a relationship and he was an influencer and he was always asking me to take photos and I got tired of being the +1 Instagram husband. No, thank you. Nope, I am not interested. And news alert, Nate loves a blonde. So we'll have to see next episode how that all goes down. And yes, there was whipped cream and it's getting kind of feisty. And it got kind of dicey too because they had the beach party as well. So they had, they wanted the setup and then there was, again, so much miscommunication. When is the food coming? Every season on Below Deck, whether it's Sailing Yacht, whether it's Mediterranean, whether it's Thailand, it's always beach parties are a shit show. It is miscommunication with food, water, the setup. And it was odd to me that then Jenna turns around with all the issues and says, Madison, you're not wearing a bra. I don't think anyone cares. Like, I was like, what was your opinion about the beach party? Like, why do you think there was so much miscommunication?
I don't know. I mean, again, I think everyone, and we saw a little bit in the next episode when Madison is just like, I'm getting so tired. There's couples everywhere. And I think that is a big issue. There's couples everywhere. Obviously, there's a Parker and the Sierra dynamic where they're not communicating properly. Parker was sent out to find a beach, and Parker was just like, people just need to get stronger. So, but like those things need to be communicated though, because if Parker goes out and he gets this beach with rocks on it, which I don't think it's his fault for picking the beach, but now they're not. And then plus I blame Madison because they were being lazy. Let's be real. They were sitting on there, they turned their walkie-talkies off. Okay, this broom, this umbrella doesn't work. They could have communicated those things. So ultimately, I think it, of course, falls back on Sierra and Madison. But
it does. And Madison, she told her whole life story, which she's my girl. But I think sometimes there's a time to open up and have this like heart to heart. You guys have to do the work. You have to set things up and you have to maybe get some water shoes for the guests. Like, I think that because I was a publicist and an event planner, I'm always thinking, these people are not thinking. Like, I get it. They're on a show. It has to be entertaining. But we really have to make sure the guests are taken care of because they have a lot of requests. And if you look at the tip, if the tip is, let's say, 20 grand, that means if they're doing a 20% tip, this costs them $100,000. Like, these people, this is not just like a cruise ship that's an all-inclusive package. Like, you're paying pretty intensely to be on the show. And I understand Bravo might pay a little bit of it, but like, they need to give the service that's kind of high caliber, which leads us to our special segment. Nate, you have some special guest requests that we want to hear about.
I do. So you guys all know how the guests on Below the Deck are absolutely crazy at times. But one time, a group, they wanted to go shopping when they docked. And so they went out shopping, but they didn't want to see any of the crew members. So what they did is they also did not want to carry any of their bags. Okay. How is this going to work? So they were going shopping and the crew members would have to hide wherever they would go and follow them, but just hide out. So when they would buy something, they would have to run into the store after they leave, grab the bags, take them to the boat, find them back on the island wherever they were, and then follow them to see where they're going to buy something. Once they bought something and they walk to the store, they run in the store, get the bag, and run away. Absolutely crazy, crazy guest request.
We're crazy. People are crazy. Like, that's insane.
Yes. And then also, someone wanted a birthday cake that resembled boobs, which I don't think is that crazy. But if it's my birthday and I'm on vacation, that's something that I would request, okay?
That's a nice request.
But Adam said that he had a terrible time making it. It was hard with the consistency and like trying to make it all stick together. But yeah, boobs and secret shopping. That's one of the
got you. That's insane, Nate. Last season on Below Deck, they had a big dick cake as well. So boobs aren't so bad. That's not so bad. I love that. So that was really fun, and we love to hear if you guys know of any crazy guest requests or what you would request. Please comment. We'd love to give you a shout out next episode. I also have a little bit of news. So obviously everyone's saying, are Jenna and Adam currently dating? So heavy.com did a kind of a little expose, and they're saying they've been traveling together and apparently they've been quarantined together. So maybe love is quarantine. So maybe some love will come out of Corona. So who knows? Maybe Adam and Jenna will come out as a couple. I don't know.
That's shocking. I didn't see it coming.
That's some good tea, right? We'll have to wait and see. And then as we saw in the preview, me and Nate were watching and we were shocked. There is a drug bust this season. So I had said that I think it's one of maybe possibly the crew members, but Nate is saying it's a guest. So that's our news. We'll have to wait and see how that all shakes out.
Yeah, I mean, the way that they made it look in the previews and the way they do things, it looked like it could have been one of the crew members, but
right.
I just feel like, how is that? You're having drugs for a long time. And then they said you flew to here with the drugs. So it's like, when they're exposing this, I feel like they're too deep in the charter for now the drugs come out. But I don't know. Who knows? But I think one of the crazy guest members probably were on there smoking weed or something.
Probably. Well, they're saying that it's cocaine. So, which I think is listen, I worked, like I said, in event planning. Those were requests that people would ask for cocaine. So I think that if that person just came to the boat, I'm sure if they asked, off camera, they probably would have gotten them the drugs. But I think flying with it was the issue. So we'll have to wait and see. A lot of crazy things came out in the promo, which is a couple episodes upcoming. So let's jump from there right into our predictions, because we are pretty good about nailing these on the head. So Nate, what are your predictions?
Well, my prediction is that Adam and Jenna were going to get closer, but again, he's going to eventually break her heart. But I don't know. They're reporting other news. When it comes to Sierra, Parker, and Paget, I think Parker's going to resign. I don't know when, where, why, and how, but he's going to for sure resign. And I'm still waiting for Parker and Madison to hook up.
Okay.
I feel like it's still beautiful because I feel like we're hearing more and more about her saying this, and then when she starts freaking out about the couples and stuff, I don't know. And I don't know about this threesome about, I'm excited to see. I don't know. I'm so lost right now about what's about to happen next.
I am so confused, Nate, and I am shook. So we will see, and we will see what happens. And I think that my prediction is that I think Sierra and Georgia are going to share some kind of kiss, maybe when they're drunk, out and about. And then that's going to be the first planting of this supposed threesome. When it comes to Madison and Parker, she went with him to watch What Happens Live when he was on there with Miss Georgia. So I think that she's definitely in his life. They're supportive of each other. Maybe they need to be quarantined like Jenna and Adam, and maybe some love will come out of that. We'll just have to wait and see.
I heard Madison is actually stuck in Thailand.
She is. I actually was communicating with her, and she was going there to have some time off. And I was like, this is not the best time, but yeah, she is now, I think, stuck in Thailand.
She said she's safe, but things are good.
Okay, good. Well, there's worse places to be stuck than Thailand. So I hope she's safe, and I hope everyone is keeping safe, washing their hands, keeping 6 to 10 feet away from everyone. But don't stay away from us because we're online. So just come back, and we have so much more to divulge for this upcoming season. There's going to be so much salacious stuff. And just hang with us, and we'll all get through this COVID together. Nate, where can everyone find you?
You guys can find me on all social media platforms at RoyalNate_. That's ROYALNATE_.
Yes, thank you, Nate, for being here with me on this boat. And you know what? I didn't get seasick this time, so it's good.
Wait, where can they find you?
Yes, honey, I'm going to tell the people. They can find me on Instagram, Amir Yass _ YASSAMIR. And then if you want a daily quarantine TikTok, honey, I am like one of those Gen Z little humans. I'm running around doing my videos on TikTok. It's Amir Yass, YASS, no underscore on TikTok. And thank you so much for being here. I love this show. And we're going to keep bringing you these episodes. Nate, have a good night and take care of yourself.
You too. And I'm going to follow
y'all.
And I need some more entertainment. So I'm following you on TikTok.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.